Hi everyone, welcome to December month end. We are going to be doing a recap of my debt totals and what my goals are for 2023. So let's go. Hi everyone, hope you had a lovely Christmas and all that jazz, New Year's and, chair on cement. And you've had a great festive period. This is my year-end closeout for 2022. So our debt for December, excuse the watercolour, I was colouring on the other side, got a little carried away. So the balance on my credit card at the end of December 2022, readjust, was $15,863. Previously to that, the debt balance was $17,000. So had a good month this month on paying things off. I've been very diligent. So let's work out how much we've paid off, less interest, or with interest. So 17,084 for the month of November. And we're going to take away 15,863. So I paid off $1,221. So our closing debt balance for December is 15,863. So my goal for 2023, get a little carried away with my texters, is to be consumer debt free. So that means in 2023 I need to pay off $15,863. So that's my goal, and we'll see how we go. Sinking funds for the year end. I've totaled up all the sinking funds I have at the end of December, and my total was $6,130 that I have in my binder. 2,000 of that is placeholders and 4,130 was cash. It has changed since then, but that's okay. We'll go over that at the end of January. For 2023, I have redone my sinking funds. Sorry, let's put you back in frame. So this is my goals for 2023 in my sinking funds. With inflation, I've had to increase some a little bit. But yeah, I'm still hopeful for my debt payoff journey. So emergency, I want to get it to $3,000. So for 30 weeks, I'll be putting $100 a week away. My emergency is down to like $100. I have a $500 buffer in my bank account. So that is not going to cover, the 500 is not going to cover anything major. So I really need to focus on building that up. Rates is always $80 a week. My rates for the two properties is over $4,000 for the year, just over. So that should be adequate. Yearly fees, this includes first aid, it includes my licenses, any licenses I have, qualifications I need for my business, association fees, insurances, things like that. Rego, I have a car, it's an older car, it's 20 years old. I have a motorbike, similar vintage. I have a horse float, and I also have a trailer, a box trailer. So that will cover the regos for the 12 months. Car repairs, because it is an older car, I do put a bit in there, and I actually have to sometimes, put a bit more into it. But, most of the work I've had done in 2022 should cover it for another couple of years. Car insurance is, it was 790, it went up to 800 and something. It's due in January, and I have that already. So I've just put $20 a week, aiming for 1,000 by the end of the year in case it goes up again. Rental repairs, this is for any little odd jobs. I have a little cottage in New South Wales that my sister rents off me. Sometimes she pays the rent, sometimes she doesn't. But that's just for little repairs, calling the plumber for a leak or things like that. Tick prevention, I have 3 dogs and a cat. I have 2 Cocker Spaniels and a band dog that my daughter left here when she moved out. So their tick prevention every 6 months is around $500. So I've left it at $1,040 for the year for inflation. $50 a week for animal food and a bit of vet visits. Seems to cover it. Farm account, I have purchased 11 acres. I have fenced it. I have built a little shed and I live in a caravan. And this is for anything I need around the farm with the fencing wire, herbicides, building materials as I build my shed house. Beauty, I put 25. I've had to put it up because my waxing's going up. And that's for waxes and creams. I don't wear a lot of makeup because I am in far north Queensland. And quite frankly, it just sweats off. So it's not really worth putting it on. I am self-employed. If you're new to my channel, I am a sole trader. Oh, my gold's falling off. So if I take a week off with the flu, I have no income. So this amount is to ensure that I can have income throughout the year if I get sick or want to take a week off, or if my mum gets sick, that I'll have some money there to continue to pay my bills. It doesn't include air flights or anything like that, so they're above and beyond that. That's just literally 4 weeks leave for the year. Health, $20 a week. I do not have private health insurance at the moment as I'm trying to pay off debt. So that's just to cover any incidentals, doctor's visits, things like that. Christmas, $20 a week. I had about $600-700 for the end of 2022, and another couple of hundreds would have been nice, but I could manage on that. So, if I get this one, I get it. Gifts is only $10 a week. They only get what they're given pretty much. So it's usually for about 4 people throughout the year, and that's just birthdays. Projects, that's for little projects I'm doing on the farm that may cost me a little bit more. So it's specific things that I want to do. That's $30 a week. Events, I've put that up a bit. It was $10. I've moved it up to $20. It's to cover the rodeo, and if I want to go see a show or anything like that, and it's not every week I go to see a show. It'll be once every 6 months or so that there's something on. And I've also added clothes this year. So clothes is $10 a week. So a total of $5.20 for the year. And I've never had this previously, but I thought, all my clothes got holes in them from being on the farm. I need to look a little bit respectable for my job. So I've included a new category. I've got an EFT of $20 a week, started on the 1st of January. That's $1,040. It's for the future purchase of a new car. So while I'm paying off debt, 20 is all I can afford. But my car is now 21 years old, and I will need a new car. And when my debt is paid off, I will then increase this amount per week. so that, you know, I'm starting to have a deposit for a car at least. And spending of $330, that's my wallet. So that's fuel, it's my groceries, and a little bit of spending every week. So with $770 up here, $330 down here, it'll be $1,100 I'm cash stuffing every week. So yeah, I've had to rejig the budget for inflation and things like that. So I'm hoping this, you know, pans out well for the year. But so that's what we'll be using for our cash stuffings for 2023. There's not too much difference from my last year. It's just some things have gone up like $5 or $10 just because inflation has. Now getting back to our December debt totals, which I'm actually really proud of. I've gone from 17,000 to 15. Paid off $1,221 plus interest I've paid. So you know, I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah, I do have a goal of being debt free in the end of 2023. Yeah, hoping to either pick up a little bit more work, or I don't know, I might have to hope the best for a good tax return so I can get that knocked out, or maybe sell some things. We'll see. So we get to colour in our debt payoff chart. We are seeing some good movement this time. It seems that every second month I have a good month. So at the end of January, I might only move about 2 or 3 squares, but every second month I seem to move quite a few. And I think it's just the way that the statements line up with my pay periods. Because the statements for my credit card are mid-month. Oh, it's getting windy here. I am filming outside because it's bloody hot. And I don't have aircon. I don't even have a power pole. So if I can, I am outside. So that was some really good gains. We're up to 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 37 squares out of 100. So we are over 1/3. Now, oops, sorry. It is getting windy. The poor old gold pen, if you've been watching my channel for a while, has finally died, leaked everywhere, including all over my fingers. So I'm going to go to the reject shop or something like that, and I'm going to buy some gold stars and stick on here. But as I'm not driving 30 kilometres to town to do that before I film this, we're just going to go with the old Techstar. I've been having great fun with some texters that I found when I was cleaning up that my daughter's left behind. So, but it did bleed through everything, which wasn't much fun. So making some good gains on the star chart and that little point there. So I'm nearly halfway because I started my debt journey with $30,000 in debt, and that's halfway. So I'm nearly halfway, hoping to really knuckle down and knock out the rest. My estimated payoff, I think it was, if I just was doing, you know, minimal amounts, and that was like, 2025, December 2025. My goal for 2023 is December. So let's see how we go. You gotta have a goal, and it is slightly realistic. I could achieve that if I knuckle down and nothing major happens, but you know, If it's January 2024, well, that's still better than December 2025. And that's less interest that I'll be paying. So that's a win-win. So any extra I can throw at it, I will. And yeah, we'll just track it throughout the year. So thanks for watching. I am videoing back to back, so I'm just about to do a cash stuffing. So yeah, join me there. Bye now.